Hello, Ponies, Pegasisters, and people who are just interested. I am Static Blitz.
I'm Indigo Wisp.
And you are?
Hello, everyone. My name is Mr.DiabloLord. Nice to meet you.
And we actually have our questions ready this time, so we won't have any head spots. Alright, well, I'll let Indigo Wisp ask the first question.
What would you say your favorite thing is about being a brony?
I say my favorite part of being a brony is to get to know people more, to gain more friends through it, and, show off your talents, and most importantly, show off your kindness. Basically get to know people more without, people making fun of you, judging you for who you are. I believe, becoming a brony makes me feel, being somewhere that you're wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know exactly what you're saying. Alright, you want to ask the next one? Alright, here's Static Blitz for the next one.
My brothers told me that you make art, right?
What? I'm sorry.
My brothers told me that you make art, right?
Yeah, I'm an artist. I was an artist since I was very, very young now. At first, I used to start off with, stickmen. I used to draw stickmen all the time. Then at the age of 10, I was starting to draw stickmen with human heads, or basically circles with faces on them. Then, I was growing a bit of experience from low to high. So at the moment now, I'm kind of becoming good now. I'm trying to learn how to draw ponies now, so I'll be able to complete my art.
Oh, that's very cool. There's a couple really good artists out there that I know that I've seen that draw pony art, and it'll be awesome to actually have a friend that can draw real good too.
Yeah, I have a lot of folders in college. No, I usually draw. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, and my teacher really and he was looking at my work, and he said to me, he counted them all before I was leaving school, and he says, you just drew over about 13,000 pages throughout all those years of drawing with all the number folders.
Well, I'm gonna let Indigo ask another question.
Alright, are you the only brony in your family?
Yes.
Alright,
Really, I'm usually a bit of afraid to tell my brothers, really, and well, I did tell them about a t-shirt I bought from a website. Well, my cousin, doesn't mind me being a brony because he said to me, look, I'm not going to judge you because, you can do whatever you want, it's your life, it's your decision, it's also your fate, so if you want to be a brony, that's fine with me.
Oh, that's awesome. I love people like that just say, do what you want, be what you want.
Well, that's our faith, think about it. It's our own lives, we can do whatever we want. If I enjoy the Pokemon community, I would just join that. It's different decisions. I just don't know why people have big problems about it.
Yeah, we don't. Just trolls, mostly.
They don't even know what being a brony is.
Alright, how long have you been a brony?
For 1 month and a half now, I think.
Well, that's good. You wanna hear a Static Blitz for the next question?
So, have you ever, shown any of your art anywhere?
I have loads of times, but I usually didn't really start on brony art as much, except for DeviantArt, not what you've seen there. What you see there on the DeviantArt is Twilight Sparkle with a bunch of humans. It's usually an animation movie. I'm trying to get a flow. Basically, it's kind of like a crossover film. Basically, Equestria and all that gets under attack, and it says that a human must come to that world to destroy the evil, because nothing can destroy the evil in that world except for something outside. Basically, I'm trying to get this over a flow, and I'm hoping to learn a lot of stuff from animation college, which I'm trying to get into, but according to my depression and all that stuff, I'm not really attending as much, but I'm hoping to recover this week and get back to my normal self and try to get there.
Oh, that's very cool.
I'm also good when it comes to stories as well. You see, I'm thinking of doing some fan fictions, like mythologies, basically how Equestria was made, and how everything becomes glow. I might add new demons, new monsters and stuff. Basically try to get good stories up in the flow. Just to make it kind of good storytelling, because after all, everybody has done that. Some people had made sad, some people had made horror. I just want to make, and no one has never made mythology, and that's what I want to do.
That would be a very interesting read. I'd read that.
The mythology stories, it wouldn't have nothing to do with Fluttershy and them, because I would say they weren't even born yet when all these myths were coming around, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we know what you mean.
My brother is actually really into mythology type of stuff.
Yeah, I've been into a lot of the ancient Greek mythology and all the gods and all that.
I'm interested in all of them too, especially the Norse mythology, the religion of the Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Static here really loves God of War.
Alright, I got another question for you if you're ready. Alright, how did you become a brony? Like, what events lined up to you becoming a brony?
The first time I began to realize it was long, long ago. I began to see the animation looked good. The way the ponies were very well done. The story was well done. But the problem was, though, I was becoming confused. You see, a lot of people had a problem with the fact how aggressive they were to people who didn't like the show. So basically, I watched a video one of my friends had called, freaking bronies like that, and they were ranting about how they were annoyed of the bronies getting on their backside for not liking the show as much. So that each of them expressed their opinions, and the bronies got angry at that. So I was trying to say, look, I might as well make my own rant. But without realizing this, I was speaking off my head. And I kind of got into trouble for that because I decided to call bronies a lot of things underneath the sun, bashing them for not accepting our opinions and all that stuff, And then it got a little backfired and I became guilty of that. Even though I was depressed and mentally disturbed about my little pony franchise in the first place, because, I wanted to be an artist, I want to be this and that, I wanted the bronies to like my work. So basically, I was planning, to make something so good that I allow the bronies and other people to like my work. Basically, I would love to be a person like, Princess Chan and all of them. Like, I would love the bronies to be a fan of my work also, because that would be really cool. Because I always wanted people to like my work a lot. And that kind of depressed me. I will never be in that area ever, because people don't really look at my work as much. And I usually be too lazy at times and all that stuff. I try to work very hard and I just give up. But then I said, look, that does it. I'm becoming a brony because already, even though I did drawings of bronies at first, and then I decided to privately rant, make the apology, and make the story of how I became a brony. I didn't really get much response for it though. A lot of people got mad over it. People were saying like, oh, why are you kissing these, butts and all that stuff, because after all, what did they do to you and all that stuff? I just wanted to be a brony because I thought I'll feel good. I thought I'll get more friends for it. I thought I'll get more everything, because a lot of people went to BronyCon and stuff and came back well known by them and have friends and all. I always wanted friends. That's what I wanted. It's really lonely around this place, and I just like to get to know a lot of people in this fandom.
Yeah, you definitely make a lot of friends when you become a brony. I went on Twitter a couple days ago and I already got almost 80 followers on there, which are pretty much all bronies, and I talked to almost all of them. It's pretty cool. I love it. And I'm gonna let Indigo ask another question.
Alright, what would you say your favorite My Little Pony episode is?
My favorite My Little Pony episode would be now with the one with Discord. Discord was a very interesting film for me.
Yeah, that is a very interesting episode. In fact, a lot of people have been saying that they want him back in the upcoming seasons because they're saying that he's a villain with a lot of potential.
Now, I was going to make a fan animation, if I could, about my character fighting Discord because, I made a little storyline there a long time ago. I drew it a long time ago when the episode was around. I called it The Keyboard Crusher Faces Off Against Discord. It's on my DeviantArt account. You just browse through the folders and you see it. It's basically how Discord becomes enemies with my character because he's messing with my character's emotions, and that makes my character angry. Then he just wants revenge on Discord because, Discord is full of chaos and he likes to mess with people's emotions a lot.
Yeah.
See how the My Little Pony characters get discorded, then their emotions are different. Like, when Fluttershy becomes discorded, she becomes, a bad pony, and Rarity becomes a greedy one, and Pinkie Pie becomes a moody one also. You catch my drift, right?
Yeah, they all become the anti-versions of themselves.
Reverse psychology kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's, in a way, what Discord is about, like reversed, but also he's just all chaos and everything. But I also have a question. What is your pony's cutie mark of? Like, what is it exactly?
Like, cutie mark of my character, right?
Yeah.
Monia, the Destroyer in Norse.
Oh, wow. It's pretty interesting.
Or Thor.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was wondering. Like, I saw in your picture, like on YouTube, it has like a hammer with lightning coming out of it.
Yeah, it's Thor's hammer and the red hair. Basically, I usually accepted Thor as the avatar for red hair people because Thor was a redhead, he was strong and all that stuff. So I decided, I decided to make my pony character like Thor with the hammer and all that stuff. And then in the writing that you see in my YouTube picture is in ruin, which means Mr.DiabloLord. Then you go onto my channel, there's ruins again, and the ruins mean proud to be a Brony.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Actually, that is a very good movie, Thor. Have you seen the newer one?
Well, I know about the character from the Marvel series, but I'm actually relating to Thor from the Norse stories, the Norse's, the real Thor.
Okay. Like, I haven't seen any of those, but, I mean, I've seen the newer Thor, but I've never seen any of the old Thors. Do you want to ask one? Who would you say your fave Brony musician is?
My favorite Brony musicians in them now would be, Alina is my first favorite one because, the voice, basically, I like people showing off their talents a lot, so I usually watch them a lot. Not all my favorite, but there's a few favorite, but I can't really remember their names as much. Now there's, Ree Chan, whoever her name is, the one who is good at voicing Twilight Sparkle, and there's Elena, and, the one who reads fanfics all the time. He's probably my favorite too.
Oh, Mike the Microphone.
Yeah.
He's the one that read that My Little Dashie.
Yeah, he's the one.
Yeah, he reads it like he's telling it again, like it actually happened to him. It's just really sad. Alright, here is Static Blitz for his question.
So, if you were able to go to Ponyville, who do you think would be the first pony you would visit?
Well, I'd be shy, really, because I'm one of those people that like to look around places. I wouldn't usually explore Ponyville more than just like to go up to people because, I'd rather have them to come up to me because I don't want to scare them, because after all, I can imagine what they would be like if there's a human running around the place in real life. I will most likely be like, oh geez, I better keep out of the way just in case I cause panic or anything like that now. But, if one of them came up to me, I wouldn't mind, talking to them, saying like, hey, my name is Jason, I don't know where the hell I am, and I was wondering, like, tell me, what is this place? What can I do here? What do you guys do here mostly all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and if you were just to let one of the ponies walk up to you, I think we all know who would be the first one. That would probably be Pinkie Pie. She always greets every new pony in Ponyville.
Well, I would accept their greeting anyway, as long as they're nice and all that stuff, because I'm not really, into, running into people who are usually aggressive or, bad attitude towards strangers, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm not too into, as long as you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. That's pretty much what it is.
The way I see it is, the way I see it, if I were to ever go to Ponyville, I imagined that I would be transformed into my pony self. That's kind of always what I saw it as. So, like, you would, like, if you were to go to Ponyville, you'd kind of be like your pony OC.
Yeah, I suppose I would.
Alright. Okay, who is your favorite pony?
Probably Twilight Sparkle.
That's a good choice. She's one of my favorites. So is, well, I won't go into that. Rainbow Dash is one of them, yes.
After all, she is every Brony's favorite pony.
Oh yeah, she is one of the most popular. Alright, what is your favorite song from the series?
My favorite song from the series? is? Well, basically, it depends how catchy it is, because I'm kind of into catchy music, so I say, let's see. I say, the one in the wedding episode.
Love is in Bloom?
Today's gonna be a perfect one.
Oh, yeah, This Day Aria.
Sounds so menacing.
My favorite song from that episode would probably have to be BBBFF. I don't know.
So all of them, though, because the BFF one resembles, always honor your best friend no matter where he is and all that.
That's true. You want to ask more? Alright, here's Static Blitz for his question.
So how long have you been writing the fanfics and things like that?
I mean, what favorite fanfiction is it?
No, how long have you been writing them? Or yeah, even thinking up the fanfics and all that?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about this for a while, because, I usually, get this. I would usually play The Sims, Sims 3 one day, and I was like, I might get my character, just write novels on the computer in the game. So I was like, what should I write though? Then I was decided to write all these things related to My Little Pony, and he would write them all down, and people in the game were like, people love this stuff and all that, and I was like, and I wanted to write this stuff down myself. But the problem is, though, I still really like it, but, I would have to write perfectly. I need to think perfectly. Because if I wrote something down now that might not make sense, then people are going to be like, what's this fanfic about? So basically you need a proper story. You need a lot of reason and logic in the story. I mean, explanation of how that got there, how this became this.
Exactly. You do need a lot of explanation if you're going to write a fanfic. It takes a lot to write one of those.
It does take a while because, as I said, because you need explanations, you need to think well, you need to do something that no Brony has never taught him before. You need to get it out there as well, because there's some sites people don't rarely look at, You need to get it out there where lots of Bronies will go to every day to look up new stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden ones. I'll be looking up for fanfics, and then I'll see one, and it's like, how long has this been here? I've never seen this one before. I think we asked all of our questions. Okay, here's Indigo again for I think probably one of our last questions.
And I'll have one more question afterwards. In every interview, I'm going to ask one non-Pony and Brony related question. But for this question, have you ever been made fun of for buying My Little Pony stuff, or just talking about it or watching it or anything?
I was judged on YouTube. I was being called a gypsy and a traveler for liking My Little Pony. And that is no joke. So basically this guy comes around and says, judges me for being a traveler because I like My Little Pony. And I said to them, hey man, what gives you the right to judge me? Then he turns around and says, oh, what gives you the right to do this? What gives you the right to do that? And I was like, what is he talking about? I'm not fighting any of these rights. I just didn't like him for judging me for watching My Little Pony. I didn't like him. When he said that, he called me a gypsy, all this stuff. He insulted my weight, he insulted everything, just because I liked My Little Pony. But now, if you're talking about being outside, well, that's just the beginning, because I'm going to soon go outside with Brony stuff on, because I ordered a t-shirt off the internet now yesterday, Rainbow Dash, 20% cooler when you're reading or something like that. Then I'm going to get a hoodie resembling Rainbow Dash as well. It's really well designed and all that stuff. So basically I'm trying to get into the fandom, and I hope that there'll be a BronyCon in Dublin this time.
For one, lucky that you're getting a Rainbow Dash sweater. Those are expensive.
I know, they're very expensive. Well, I mean, think about it now, right? I know I'm Euro, right? So it was $25 in America, and it includes tax, the shipment, so it cost me only about $40-something. But in the Euro, then it turned out to be €30, so basically it cost me €30 to get that t-shirt. Now, the hoodie is going to cost me about €116. I mean, they're expensive stuff, because, after all, they're under the company and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright, one unrelated Pony and Brony question. You mentioned that you played Infamous in our earlier conversation, right?
Yeah, what do you mean now?
Like, I was just wondering, like, have you beaten the first Infamous, or have you played the second one?
Well,
I'm aware this is kind of, like, just out of the blue. Weird, I know. I sometimes do this.
well, not really, or as much as I expect. I mean, if you're asking a question, about made-up characters for my role, Brony fandom, well, by the name of Equestria. Equestria is basically an 8-legged Pegasus with 2 wings. Basically, he'll have the wings of a normal Pegasus on the front of his back, and he'll have the wings of a dragon deep down below. So basically, he's a divine creature, really. Like, his hair is pure bright sun. So every time you see him, he's pure holy and everything. So basically, he's really, really divine. But unfortunately, though, he was supposed to be once immortal, but a witch put a curse on him and took away his immortality, and he died at the age of 30,000.
Sounds like you put a lot of thought into that, OC.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. A lot of people don't really put a lot of thought into their OC like mine. I was just Indigo Wisp, made it, there you go.
Now, if I do learn how to draw ponies, I'm most likely going to know I'm going to draw Emperor Equestria to see what it looks like. Now, Equestria has a lot of forms. Basically, he can transform, he can fly over the universe fast as any horse alive. He knows how to lift the moon and the sun together, but will he actually gives that then to Luna and Celestia once they're born. And then, basically, he also has a son too in my fiction. But the son is an elf by the name of King Hannigan.
Huh. That's really interesting, and I really wish we could go on, but this video has gone on for about almost a half hour, so, sorry about that.
That's a long interview. Well, I hope people, will watch this once it comes out into YouTube because, I really have interesting stuff. So, I suppose the interview will end here, would it?
Yeah, it'll probably end here. It's gone on for about a half hour, and I'm pretty sure people will probably start to lose interest probably after about now.
You never know, they never lost interest in the others.
I hope they don't lose interest because, I would prefer people to be interested in what I say and just say, like, oh, it's 30 minutes, I can't go on.
Yeah, but we should end it here. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Indigo Wisp.
I'm Static Blitz.
And this is Mr.DiabloLord, over and out.
Yeah, and thank you, Mr.DiabloLord, for being on an interview with us.
You're more than welcome. If you want to interview me again in the future, you know where to find me.
I think when you become bigger in your art and stuff, I think we will want to interview you.
I do become bigger because, once BronyCon comes around, I surely do hope to show off my work there.
Oh, we know for a fact you will become, because I've seen a couple of your artwork and it's really good, so we know you'll get bigger.
Yeah, all I need them to do is draw more. But the problem is, though, they're not popular yet, so I'm hoping that I get them popular soon enough.
Alright, but yeah, that's the end. Everyone make sure to subscribe to Mr.DiabloLord, watch his videos, leave a comment and like, and thank you all for watching. And, yeah, see ya everyone. Brony on.